now. How about that?
I like it.
So, okay, we're live. So we're going to go through, first of all, truths. And the Four Noble Truths are important because that's our beginning, right? So what's the truth? The truth is there is suffering, right? There's suffering in this world. Everybody suffers, right? Okay, what's the second one? There's a cause to the suffering, right? There's the cessation of suffering. It means it will stop. And there's a way to stop it. So those are the four truths, right? There is suffering. Everybody has experienced suffering in some way in their life at some time, which they live in a monastery. So, and I believe, but I'm just saying. And then we know that there's a way that it will eventually stop. That suffering, no matter what it is, it's going to stop eventually. It's not going to continue forever, right? And there's a way to stop it. We know there's a way to stop it. And so if we know that, then we know there's certain things we have to do, right? So that is called the next thing, Eightfold Path. Eightfold Path is the path of how not to suffer. So in order not to suffer, you have to have, number one is
right understanding.
So the right understanding would be knowing that they're suffering, right?
Yeah.
Knowing that you don't have to suffer, knowing how to stop the suffering, and actually doing that, right? Doing what you know to do to stop the suffering. The next one is the right thought. Whoa, that's a big one, right? That's huge, because most of the time our thoughts, we don't pay attention. We're not mindful. It's called sati, not mindful of our thoughts. And so we let our thoughts go, and all of a sudden we're like, I'm suffering, I'm sad. Why am I sad? Why am I sad? That was probably either the past or the future. You were thinking about yesterday and how, instead of thinking about what's going on right now. There's nothing going on right now, right? There's no reason to be suffering in this moment in time. So then we have to have the right speech, right? And the right speech is not just towards other people. It's the conversation you are having in your own mind. We can have conversations in our mind that if somebody else spoke to us like that, we'd be like, get out of my house. Don't you talk to me like that. But we're talking to ourselves like that. Whoa. All right. The next one is the right action. So the right action would be bringing yourself into the present moment, right? And the next one is the right livelihood. Like, what are you doing in your life, either to make a living or even good into your life? And if it's something that's creating chaos, that's not the right livelihood, right? That's like, if you're stealing, you're not going to, it's not going to bring goodness in, right? If you're dealing drugs, it's not going to bring goodness into your life. If you were speaking badly about someone, even yourself isn't, when I say someone, I mean you. If you're speaking bad about you, stop it. That's not the right livelihood. That's not the right speech. That's not the right thought. That's not the right action. The right action is being kind and loving inside yourself. Okay, the next one. Oh, your favorite. The right effort. So here we have, this is all of these are big. I keep going. This is a big one, but they're all like that because, boy, if we're given effort to the suffering, we are going to suffer, but it takes effort to bring your mind back into the present. We're so used to letting it go. We're used to letting it just go wherever it wants to go. And then sometimes we might be driving and go, oh, I missed that road. Right? That's because you're not in the place, be sitting there talking to somebody and you don't even know what you said.
Yes.
You're like, wait, what did I just say? True, this happens. This is real. This is an example of not being mindful. And when you're not mindful, this mind right here is your ego. This mind right here is your ego, and it will take you into suffering every single time. So, and I'm going to say, if you guys aren't comfortable on the floor, you can sit in chairs. It's okay. It's not a requirement to sit on the floor. But so if you're doing these things, it's going to create suffering. Is Donna on? Hey, Donna, can you hear us?
How's the audio?
Donna says, hello, everyone. Sorry, I can't see you, but your beautiful faces, but I will soon. Love you all.
Love you, Donna.
Me too.
Let me know if you can hear us.
Can you hear everybody? Can you hear them when they talk?
Can you hear this?
Or can you hear?
I think we've
Can
used
you
a
hear
different-
me?
I think we've used a different mic.
It looks like we're.
Is that just the mute button?
I think so.
Because when I tap on it, it's not registering anything.
Does it have an on button?
So it should, when you plug it in, it should just turn it on. And I've turned the volume up. Hello?
Maybe tested it.
Oh wait. Yes, she said yes. She can hear us. So.
All right.
Hello, Donna. You're very popular tonight, Donna. So we're going in, and I'm sure you caught up with us, but we're going over, the Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path, which is telling us how not to suffer, right?
She says she can hear everybody.
Good.
Awesome.
Perfect. So it's almost like you're here. You just can't see their faces and they can't see you, but that's okay. Hold on.
Yes, I can hear everyone was Donna.
Oh. All right. So if we actually put forth this effort, now this is big because the effort is either being put into suffering or it's being put into not suffering. There's no middle ground. It doesn't go, okay, I'm going to halfway. Because if you're halfway, you're going to be suffering.
Yeah.
That's the way it works. So you have to go, okay, I am going to put forth an effort into making my life, my mind, my heart be in this present moment. And my effort is going to be in that. Because how do I know this? Because I do it every day. I was given examples before everybody. I have to think about it. I have to be there present in that moment and go, yeah, this could be ego if I let it run, but I'm going to stop that and be in this present moment. I don't have to go into the past. I don't have to go into the I could spend every day of my life going, I want to be back in Thailand. It's cold. It snowed, I could do that, but I don't do that because why? Because I don't want to suffer. I want to be happy. I want to be in this present moment. I want to be in this peace that resides when you are not in suffering. Mm-hmm. And it's 100%. It's 100%. It doesn't stop. You stop it. That's a thought, right? Like, peace does not stop. It's still ever present. But you stop it because you take your mind and you go somewhere else that peace does not reside. The two cannot stay in the same place. So it's up to you. It's up to you. You have to give it the effort. You have to pay attention. And it's not hard. We think it's hard because we tell ourselves it's hard. The hard is suffering. That's hard, in my opinion. Whew, I don't want to suffer. I see it every single day of my life, all the time, in everybody, just about. I don't even want to go to the grocery store, right? You know, I mean, I went last week to the grocery store, and this one time and said, "Excuse me," again, and I stopped, and I was like, you know, what's going on? Yeah, he's like, "My wife died 3 months ago." See, that's suffering, right? You would think. But he wasn't suffering. He told me his son had died before that. Oh, you would think that would be suffering, right? I said, and he had cancer. He had been fighting. He had Crohn's disease. They had to take out a lot of his intestines. He had a lot of other stuff going on. And somebody's wanting to be in meditation class. Hold on just a second. I can't let that one go if they want to be in. Let's see. On YouTube. On YouTube. What's my, do you know my YouTube channel?
Kim Richards meditation teacher.
You keep your head just a little angle so I can see her. No,
This
not-
way?
not- not-
Or this way?
towards-
This way?
Towards
Or this way?
Michelle a little bit.
I will slouch down.
Kathy said, "Can you move so I don't have to?"
That keeps going back and forth, and I'm just like,
It's okay. I'm teasing you.
I don't have mine down.
All right.
Just like I won't do this for meditation.
So here we go. The next one. So remember the effort that you put in it. I'm going to hit that one more time.
So important.
The effort that you put in it, you're either putting it in to suffer or not suffer. Your choice. That's the effort. All right. The next one, mindfulness. Mindfulness. Pay attention to where your mind is. Where is it? Is it here or is it on the road somewhere? Where are you going with your mind? Like, it's so important. This is like really, it's called sati, S-A-T-I, sati, mindfulness. And it means you're not letting your mind go crazy. You're not letting your mind go over here and over there. You're paying attention. And what happens is a beautiful thing. See, all these things, it sounds like a lot. Where is the live feed button? Someone needs help. Can you help her? So when you do one of these things, right? When you do one and you do it truthfully inside yourself, the next one follows. It's not like you have to think about it. All right. I'm telling you the truth. If you do the one with all your heart and you do it really with the great effort, the next one follows. And you don't have to sit and go, okay, am I doing this one? Now this one, which one do I have to do now? No, because if you're really doing them, if you do the first one, the second one follows. If you tell yourself the truth about what you're thinking, right? Then you can stop You can stop it. You can stop the suffering right away. Right away. Boom, boom, done. But if you don't tell yourself the truth, then you're going to be in suffering for a while. Because, the truth will set you free. It's just, it automatically, boom, 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 boom. And this is the way it works. But we tell ourselves in our mind, oh, it's hard. There's too many things I got to remember. Right? This is conversations I know because I had them way back when, right? I've said that to myself, oh, this is too hard. I give up. But you can't unknow what you already know. Right? You can't go back and go, oh, I don't want to know the truth. I don't want to, well, okay. Don't.
It's too late for that.
Yeah, right. Well, the truth is, what's wrong with the truth? There's nothing wrong with the truth other than you're not saying it to yourself. That the truth isn't the problem. The truth is what we're saying to ourselves is the problem. And if we're completely honest with ourselves, the next thing will come. The next thing will automatically. You're going to stop suffering because you're going to say, oh, the truth is I'm thinking about yesterday and it's creating suffering and I don't want to suffer, so I'm going to be here. Right? And then you'll start bringing yourself into this present moment. It takes practice because you have been practicing your entire life letting your mind go back there. Letting your mind wander, telling yourself things that are not true. Like, first of all, you got to learn to love yourself. I had this conversation the other night with my dad and my sister. Learn to love yourself. And the first question was, isn't that conceit? Isn't that ego? But that's the first question everybody asks. But it's not. It's not, because if you truly love yourself, it's not ego. It's taking care of yourself, and you realize what love truly is inside yourself. And then you can share it with other people. I got asked a question the other night. Well, you're kind of like, how do you have empathy when you are like that? And I said, I have students that I teach. I don't take on all their stuff. That's their stuff, right? That's y'all have your own stuff. If you choose to go into your stuff, that's your stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But you all know that I love you without any question. And that's what I said. I said, they all know that I love them. And one's sitting here. One's in Thailand and, all over. And they can call me at any time, day or night, if they need to. But sometimes you don't need, right? You have to say it inside yourself. You have to speak it inside yourself. And you have to be kind to yourself and patient with yourself, right? We know those, right? So let's finish this, then we'll go into those. And the last one is concentration, the right concentration. So it all goes together, right?
So explain the difference between, or define what concentration is.
So if you're going to, let's say, meditate, and you're concentrating on yesterday, you're not having the right concentration. When you concentrate on your breath, bringing it in, bringing it out, that's the right concentration, right?
Mm-hmm. So it's what you're focused on.
Yes. Yes. So then the next thing I'm going to say is I'm going to go over the 4 things. Is it 4 or 5? Such a tum, not a tum, candy tum, what do you tum? 5. A back a tum. All right. So the first one is truth, right? And that's the one we said up top. Truth. Sorry, it's not on there, but you'll hear it a lot. If you come, you'll know. I didn't write that down. I normally don't give out handouts, but today I just happened to go, okay, I'm going to give this out. So, Satya is truth. Truth inside yourself. Metta is loving kindness inside yourself. So you have to do it for yourself first before you can do it for someone else. If you don't do it for yourself, you won't even know how to give it to somebody else because you don't know what it is. And that's not unusual. Like most people in the world don't know. That's why we have to be taught. We know when we're little kids, little babies. The little babies know. They know. They have unconditional love. They have loving kindness. They tell the truth even when you don't want them to. Right? I mean, little kids do. They'll speak the truth right out. And we'll be like, shh, 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 don't say that. See, we're teaching them right away not to be truthful inside their self, right away. And then we wonder why we end up like we are, right? And we're like, well, why can't I tell myself the truth? Because all your life you were told, no. Don't say that to people. Don't say that out loud. Mm-hmm. You know, we've all done it. We've all done it to our kids. We've all had it done to us. Every single one of us. Don't feel bad. Just change it. Do a change up. Presto changeo, right? So the truth. Little children know it. They know loving kindness. They don't have to be taught this. They already know it. 100%. They already know it. And then the world takes over and teaches them not to do that. But now we're learning it again because we forgot. Because we got so used to practicing not doing that we forgot. Now we're remembering. We're starting over again. It's like we get to begin again. Every second of every day is a do-over. Right? That's truth. Every second, not every minute, every second, you get to begin again. So it's a choice. You can make it. You can change it right away. In a second, boop, done. That's the beauty of it. Like we think things are cool, but really, the only thing really in our control is our thoughts. But we don't try to control those. We try to control everything outside of us. And that's what creates all this chaos because we're like, no, we need to control this. Well, we can't. The only thing we can control is this. And we don't do that. But we're starting to do that. We're practicing at it. It takes practice because we were taught not to do it. We were told not to do it our entire life. So now we're like, okay, now I can do it. Say what you want, but make it the truth. Don't hurt people. Be loving and kind, right? Sajitam, metatam, kantitam. Patience. Patience. Have patience with yourself. Geez, you've been your whole life doing this. Don't think you're going to do it like all of a sudden, bam, it's done. I never have to practice at it again. It's just, I'm finished, like 1 second. No, I practice daily. I have to bring my mind to the present all the time. I practice at it all the time. The more you practice, right? It's the way it works. So then, sajitam, metatam, kantitam, vidyatam, effort. See, it's all goes back over and over again. Over and over again. Effort. We got to give it an effort. It's the last one. Balance, equanimity. That means we have to stay in this space of peace. Not too up here, woo, everything is perfect, everything is wonderful, everything is good. Woo, I got this. That's what happens when you're there. All of a sudden you got it. I got to take this off because getting a little warm. You got it. Sure, you got it. But you got it and you're like, the ego takes over. See? And you're like, oh, I got this. I feel so good. And, I got this. Everything's good. Whoop, whoop. And then the crash comes because that's the way it works. You have to stay in the balance of peace. This is not, and I say it every week, people look for enlightenment. It's in your heart. It's the loving kindness in your heart for yourself and for others. Sounds selfish when I say for yourself, but what I'm saying is if you take care of yourself, you can take care of others. Like if you don't eat and you starve yourself to death, you're not going to be able to help anybody else, right? Well, this is like you're starving yourself, inside your heart. You're starving yourself from loving kindness. You have to give yourself loving kindness in order to share it with other people. It's the way it works. I spent my life not giving myself loving kindness. I was so hard on myself. I'd look in the mirror. Oh my God, you're so fat. Oh, look at that. Just continually talking negative things inside myself. Oh, you're so stupid. How many times has somebody said that? How many times have you said, oh my God, I'm so stupid? You're speaking that inside yourself. Pay attention to what you're saying. See? Even
hear it. You're like,
yeah.
hear someone else say it.
Yeah, because it does. It takes, away from you. So when you say it, take it back. Do a take back. Because the next second is a new life, right? A new second. And you can say, oh, no, I'm not. I'm smart. I'm smart. Say it inside yourself so that you can start practicing at it, telling yourself the good stuff instead of the bad. Who told you that? It's a lie, right? I mean, you're telling yourself a story that isn't true. Look, these things right here that we're sitting in is our car we drive around in. Not who we are. And if we could see each other without the body, we'd see this beautiful soul. But we all look at it as an object, as something, as a form. But really, if you close your eyes, who's talking in there? Right? It's this beautiful soul. It's not this body that's talking. Right? If you close your eyes and you're having a conversation with yourself, who's talking? It's not your body. It's not your body talking. So if you know that, eliminate the negative speaking about this car that you're driving. Not everybody can drive a Mercedes. They're expensive. They're hard to keep up. Really, that's the truth about it. And so I'm not saying don't take care of yourself, but I'm saying take care of your body to make your life better. Not because it's a look you want to have, because the look is something that's not real. It will go away. But your soul will always, it will be shining if you let it. And that's the beauty. That's where beauty is. Got nothing to do with this. Your beauty comes from in here. And I can guarantee you, when you start fixing this in here, the rest of you will follow. It will follow because you'll start wanting to take care of yourself. Oh, let me eat right. Let me drink more water. Let me get enough sleep. You'll start thinking about things that take care of you. The things we tell our children to do, we don't even do for ourselves, right? But we should do it for ourselves because if we speak it, we should be doing it. Mm-hmm. But I try really hard with whatever I'm speaking, whatever I'm sharing. I try to do it inside of myself so that I can set an example and I can show people, okay, this really works and this is how I did it. Took me a long time. I had to go to Thailand. I had to, I went through many things in my lifetime searching for Nibbana or Nirvana, however you want to. Thailand, they say Nibbana. Here they say Nirvana. So I searched for it, right? Everybody searched for that peace, that enlightenment, that thing that makes you not suffer anymore. Secret is it's in you the whole time. And it's not this thing that all of a sudden you're like, whoa. No, it's not that. It's this peace, this balance that you find inside yourself when you do all these things that take care of yourself. That's why all the religious figures, Buddha, Jesus, Allah, whoever, walked around this earth by themselves. They had followers that followed them, but they did it themselves. And they didn't go, oh, I got enlightenment. They were like, no, I got peace. I got loving kindness. And I'm going to share loving kindness with you. Right? Everybody that has ever said they got enlightened, they were sharing love with other people. Loving kindness. That's what it was. That's what it is. It's loving kindness. And any other thing, all this world is in chaos right now. We all know it. It's not a secret. This world is in complete chaos. Not just the US. All around the world is in chaos, right? But the only way, you cannot fight evil with evil. You can't fight negative with negative. It doesn't work. We've been, everybody's been trying to do it forever, right? That's why wars have continued ever since I can remember, because they're fighting it with fighting. And everybody thinks I'm crazy when I say, oh no, loving kindness will fix it. But it's truth. It's truth. I've done it. Like, I've had people mad at me, want to hurt me. and I gave them loving kindness, and it stops it. Because who wants to hurt people who are giving love out? It's like magic. It's like something that will take away the negative. It sounds funny, but it's true. Now, I'm not saying you go up to somebody that's got a gun and they're all cracked out or whatever, and you're like, okay, I love you, and don't expect to get shot, because you're not giving them your purse. I'm not saying that. Okay. You also have to be mindful. You have to be aware. But I'm saying when you're in conflict, you can't win a fight with more conflict. Doesn't work like that. And so, and I'm going to say again, this has to do inside ourselves as well. We fight inside of ourselves. See, we're in a fight inside of ourselves with ourselves. Sounds crazy, but it's true. We fight ourselves all the time. We even have conversations in our head. No, that's not true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're having a whole conversation in our mind with ourselves. We're fighting with ourselves. How do I know that? I've done it. I don't do it anymore. I have that balance, that peace that comes in. How do I get that? Because daily I practice at it. Daily, minute by minute, second by second, I'm bringing love and kindness into my heart. I'm talking kindness inside of myself. All the time, I'm bringing it in. Yeah, I meditate. I meditate on loving kindness. When I feel a little bit, because everybody feels a little, oh yeah, something's not right. I can feel all y'all when you're not right, without a doubt. And y'all know it because you okay? Right?
I think I'm doing okay. And she sends me a text, how you doing? I'm like, oh, there's my answer. I'm not doing good.
But that's not necessarily true. Sometimes I just check on people. If I haven't heard from somebody for a while, if they haven't come to meditation, whatever, I want to make sure everybody's okay. I want you to know there's somebody out there that cares enough to go, are you okay? Doesn't necessarily mean you're not doing okay. It just means I haven't heard from you. Usually if I haven't heard or seen from you, you haven't come to meditation, you haven't talked to me, something's going on. Because you don't want to tell me. Right? I mean, this is truth. I'm speaking truth. I already know it. You don't want to tell me because you don't want me to go, well, you got to go back here because you're in a fight with yourself and you don't want to do the things that you know is going to bring you out of the suffering. So you're just like, I'm not going to talk to Kim today because I know what she's going to say. And I'm suffering right now and I'm going to stay here for a little while. That's the way it works. I know what's going on. But see, I reach out because I'm giving you a hint. You don't have to stay there. It's all right. Because I will always love you. I always love you. I do. I don't care if you got stuff going on. I'm going to love you anyway. I'm not going to sit there and baby you. And all y'all know that, right? You know I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, are you sad? I'm sorry you're sad. No. No, I'm going to say, well, here you go. Are you doing this? And sometimes y'all go, yeah, I'm doing that. No, you're not. No, you're not. I know you're not because you're suffering. If you're doing it, you're not going to be suffering. That's it. And if you do it halfway, you're not doing it. That's the way it works. Truth. So it seems like it's a hard thing to do. But it's not hard. Just start over again every second. Don't think about okay, how long is this going to take me? Right? When am I going to get the enlightenment? When is it going to happen? How long is it going to take me? Well, first of all, that's up to you. You can have it right this second. You can have it every second of every day. If you follow the little steps that you have to do. But if you go back in time or forward in time, neither one of those exist. Yesterday is already gone. Where is it? It's not here. It's there. And there doesn't exist anymore. Am I right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tomorrow hadn't gotten here yet. It may never get here. We don't know. Some people, they go to sleep, they don't wake up. We don't know. We don't know what'll happen. So we are telling ourselves stories about things that are not true because they're not real yet. Or they've gone and they'll never be real again.
And tomorrow will never be here because when it's here, it's now.
Yes.
And so tomorrow does never, it's
a made up thing.
With time.
Yes.
So you never ever,
it's never tomorrow because it's now.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds crazy, doesn't it? But it's truth.
It never exists.
It doesn't exist. Tomorrow doesn't exist because it's now when you get there. You go to sleep, you wake up, it's now. And we have never been taught to think that. It sounds crazy. Like you tell people that have never thought about it and they'll be like, she's lost her marbles, right? But who cares? Because we know the secret that we can be in this present moment and not suffer. Yeah, you don't have to suffer in this moment in time. You can be here now. Somebody wrote a book on Be Here Now.
Yeah. Is it John Charles? One of his? Or is
No, I think it was an American, I think. Like, I don't remember who it was, but yeah. Wayne Dyer did a lot of that too.
You too.
You know, there was a lot there's so many people that have done it, you know, and they say it's easy, and it is easy. And when you're not in it, when you're in suffering and somebody's telling you that it's easy, it makes you mad.
Mhm.
You're like, oh, you think it's easy because you're there already, right? But the thing is that I had to get here. I went through all of that. And y'all know some of the stuff I went through, but you only know this much. You only know this much. I went through many, 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 many lifetimes in this lifetime. Sounds crazy to say, but I did. You know, I was in search of nibbana or nirvana or enlightenment or whatever you want to call it so much that I followed people that were on the dark side. And then realized, whoa, I'm in the wrong place. Let me get out of here, you know. But it was not a mistake. And I tell you why it wasn't a mistake. It taught me. And it taught me very well. I can recognize things. I can see things. I'm like, no, no, I don't need to go over there. You know, I already know what that is. I've been there, right? So everything you do in life is not a mistake. It's teaching you. It's showing you where you want to be, where you don't want to be, what's on the lighter side, what's on the darker side. You know, it shows you. And then when you've experienced all of that, I've experienced dark, I've experienced light, then you can find your balance. Because there is a balance in dark and light, yin and yang, right? Yin and yang, or yin and yang, right? Balance. It balances you out. If you never knew anything, any kind of suffering, you wouldn't know what non-suffering is. You know, the monks in Thailand, they get all excited when somebody's suffering. I've said this before. Because they're like, oh, good, you're suffering, but it will bring you out of suffering and you'll be able to see it and it will bring you into enlightenment. Like that's how they think. They're like, yeah, good, you're suffering because now you're going to be able to see that that's what you don't want to do. I mean, basically is what, and they get to watch it. They get to watch somebody come out and, oh yeah, you know, it's crazy, but it's true, you know, and everything, like, believe it or not, everything's connected. I mean, I can go back in time, which I don't want y'all to do, but I can do it because I don't suffer when I go back there and look at everything in my life that happened. And it just circled me around and brought me right here in this moment in time to be able to teach what I'm teaching because I know it so well, because I suffered really good. You know, I spent a lifetime suffering and I got out of it in everything that I did in my life. And there were times, I mean, you know, most of y'all know, I tried to kill myself when I was younger. I mean, that was real in my life. So I've been through so many things. I mean, I was in relationships where I got beat. I mean, I've been through so many things in my life that they weren't mistakes. They taught me and they opened my eyes. And everything I did brought me right here to this point in time so that I can go, oh, yeah, I know what that is. Don't worry, you can get right out of it. I've already been there. Yeah, I know what that is. But if I had not experienced it, I couldn't sit here and say, oh yeah, you know, I know what that is. I know what suffering is. I know how hard, you know. No, I can say, oh, I know. I've had my mom die of cancer. I took care of her, watched her die. I can say it without crying. I know these things. I know what they are. And you eventually get to the point where you're no longer suffering in this stuff. It's just stuff outside of you. You can see it. You can go, oh, okay, all right, I know what that is. And then you can be in balance because you've already gotten the darkness out of the way, right? You've already gotten that junk that has created so much stuff in your life. You've gone, okay, I learned from that. That brought me here, and here I am. And this is a beautiful space and time. And now I can be in this balanced peace. Not in this crazy up here, woo, I got it going on. Right here, in balance and peace, where you know what you need to do inside yourself. You're staying in this present moment in time. You're being kind and loving to yourself. You're being patient with yourself because you know there's going to be times when something tries to sneak in on you. So you just go, okay, I got to be patient because I'll learn to recognize that as it's happening. Because you do. That's what happens. You know, like you start to, oh, okay, I got this feeling, you know, what, and this feeling, I know what this feeling is. And I know what road it takes me down. And nope, I'm not going there. Right? That's all you have. Like you have that conversation inside of yourself. And then, you know, but you have to have the conversation. You have to be in truth. You have to tell yourself the truth. You can't say, oh, I'm good, and not be good inside. It doesn't work like that because you're telling yourself a lie. You have to say, oh, I was thinking of something that was getting ready to make me suffer. That's the truth. Sure, you're good, but your mind was not in a good space. So you have to speak truth inside yourself. And when you do that, you set yourself free because you can say, oh, yeah, I was getting ready to go down that road of suffering, but I recognized it. And now I'm going to be here and I'm going to let that go because that doesn't exist anyway.
And that's the right concentration.
Yes. Yes. The right concentration. Bringing yourself back. And I mean, it sounds like it's hard. It sounds like it's crazy. It sounds like it's undoable, but it's not. It's really, you know, once you get the rhythm of it, it's kind of like a rhythm, right? Like the universe is in a rhythm. Everything's rotating in a rhythm. So you just got to get in the rhythm of it. The rhythm of, okay, my mind's here. Nope, bringing it back. My mind's here. Nope, bringing it back, right? That's what you have to do. I don't know, something about Panera Bread on there, but your mind, you just have to, you know, and just bring yourself back into this rhythm where you're paying attention to your thoughts. You're mindful of what's going on in here. And then you find yourself in here because this is your ego and this is your heart. This is loving kindness right here. So you got to get yourself out of this and into this. You got to practice that. It's, you know, it's hard sometimes when you're so used to doing the other and you're like, I am practicing at it. Yeah. What do you think I'm doing? Well, no, you're not. You're practicing at suffering. You're telling yourself you're practicing at this, you know? So it's a constant, you know, just get into the rhythm of recognizing, okay, where's my thought? Bring it back here. It's over here, bring it back here. Over here, bring it back here. You know, and then pretty soon you're just like, okay, I see where I am here, right? My mind started to wander. I had to bring it back here. You know, when you're driving your car, everybody, right? You're driving your car, your mind is in la la land. And you miss your exit or you forget wherever you are. Like sometimes you'll be riding down the road and go, where am I? I haven't been paying attention. Wait, what road is that? Let me see where I'm at. Right? Everybody's done it. You know, I can remember, I've done it, but I can remember riding with my mom and she'd go, oh my goodness, where am I? Because she was in here. you know? But if we are here, we know where we are. We know where we are. So just continually bring yourself. It's practice. You just got to do. And I handed these out again. We started this last year, right?
Mhm.
I handed it out again today because we're beginning again. New year, why not? Right? It's a new year,
Yeah.
and we're all needing to start again.
Yeah.
The world needs to start again.
Yes.
You know, the world needs to find loving kindness inside their hearts for themselves because they don't have it. All this stuff going on, you know, I try not to watch any of it. You know, I try, but my brother watches it 24/7 and I live in his house. So, you know, I hear it. Sometimes I'll go in my room and put my headphones on so I don't hear it, you know. But my thoughts while it's on is, you know, none of them love themselves. And it's all ego. You know, every single bit of it is ego and they don't love themselves. So they're fighting each other to be this when they can't be this until they got this. And it's funny because you watch it and they're missing it. They have no idea. Some of them got PhDs, some of them, you know, and they don't even know because they're so wrapped up in here and being right. I have to be right. They're wrong. It's created chaos in the world. Trying to control something. The only thing you can control is yourself. And most people can't do that. So if we know this inside of ourselves, this is where the peace is. This is where the enlightenment is. And this is where nibbana or nirvana is. It's right here inside your heart. It's been there the whole time. You just forgot. You knew it at one time, but you forgot it. Now you're learning it again. You know, it's always been there. It does not leave you. That's truth. It doesn't leave you. It's there. You just have to open your heart. So, speaking of opening our hearts, we're going to do a little heart meditation. How about that? If I can find this little chant. Let's see. And then when it gets done, I'm going to do the metta. Jaito Vimutia. So let's see if I can find this. Because that's a good one. I love that one. It makes everybody feel so good inside. All right. So this little meditation is about 9 minutes long. And as I always tell you, if you cannot sit still for that long, it's okay to move. I want you to be comfortable. So you sit up straight and you breathe from your stomach. And if you've never breathed from your stomach, that means when you breathe in, you're going to feel your stomach move out. And when you breathe out, you're going to feel your stomach move in. And so I'm going to play this song, this chant or whatever it is, and then when it's done, we'll do the little metta. First, we're going to have a commercial. Whatever it is, we'll sit here for 9 minutes and be in peace. So breathe in all the fresh air. Breathe out any kind of suffering or anger or resentment you have inside of you. Just let it go. Breathing in peace and calm. letting go of anything that does not serve you, allowing yourself to be in loving kindness. Let your heart open. Feel loving kindness inside yourself. Let go of all anger, resentment, frustration. Breathing in loving kindness. If your mind starts to wander, just bring it back with breath. Breathing in and out. Breathing in loving kindness. May you be free from suffering. Be free from enmity. Loving kindness in your heart. Freeing yourself from all suffering. Breathing in loving kindness. Breathing it out any suffering. Letting yourself be in this moment in time. If your mind starts to wander, just bring it back with your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in loving kindness. Breathing out suffering. Letting peace be inside of you. Be free from suffering. Breathing in, follow your breath inside. Letting go of any kind of suffering you have. Breathing out anything that just doesn't serve you. Breathing in. allowing yourself just to be in peace, letting go of anything that's holding something, breathing in, breathing out. Just allowing yourself to be in this moment. If your mind starts to wander, just bring it back here. Breathe in, breathe out. Metta ceto imudita, ubeka ceto imudita, mudita ceto imudia, corona ceto imudita. Okay, how is everybody? Good? Good? All right, so remember just to stay in this present moment in time. That's all you need to do. In loving kindness. Yes?
Yes, indeed.
All right. So it's a little bit after 8. And I'm going to let everybody go. Thanks, everyone online. And thanks, everybody here for coming. See you next week.